The Bitcoin daily downtrend is right now officially over, and I want to be starting to talk about this exact breakout, my price targets, the biggest levels of support below us, the most important levels of resistance above us, the most important Bitcoin CME gap which we are currently creating, and many more important charts that are telling us something about what currently is happening in the market, what is about to be playing out next. So without any further ado, can we once again slap that like button back above 1000 likes? Will be highly appreciated, and with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So first of all, if we're looking at the Bitcoin price action right now, we can clearly see we're creating a CME gap and Bitcoin is still exactly hovering around this exact price, which is 64,100. And I'm really expecting that for the remainder of the weekend, Bitcoin is most likely going to be trading around this level. And like I always say, if we're trading significantly above it, we're most likely going to come down on the Monday. And if we're significantly trading below it, we're most likely come up again on the Monday as well, because this is usually how the behavior of CME gaps work. So yeah, it remains to be weekend, and if we're going to get any big move over the weekend, make sure to really doubt that move here. So on the 4 hourly time frame, Bitcoin of course officially broke above this ascending triangle, or this most important level of resistance. And what we can currently clearly see is that this level right here is going to be a big level for Bitcoin of support, right? So I will be also making a box out of it, but you can clearly see that this exact level that I'm currently pointing out has previously around provided big support right here, big resistance right here, big support right here, big support right here. And really the moment we broke below this level right here was the point we saw that big drop towards the downside. So what can we argue? This is one of the most important levels of support for Bitcoin right now while we're trading above it. And this level is laying around 63.4 to 63.2k. And really, if we're going to be looking at the resistance, which is laying above us, if we're going to be looking then at this previous range here on Bitcoin, you can clearly see that this was the level here where we got rejected multiple times in a row. So this is likely going to be a level where we're also going to see some more rejections coming from. You can see right here, rejection, big support, also right here, a major rejection. So Bitcoin hovers around this level every single time, and usually we tend to get a rejection or we see this level flipping into support. So I do believe that the next big level of resistance at trading ahead of ourselves is going to be 65,700. So those are the two most important levels of support and resistance currently in the consolidation phase where we're currently trading in. But what I also want to be pointing out is that actually we managed to be flipping this previous high in the market, which is right now confirming a higher high for the first time in this entire trend. But of course, for the major lower high structure to be breaking, Bitcoin clearly needs to be breaking above 68,000 US dollars, which I think eventually is going to be happening, and it's only a matter of time before this is exactly going to be happening as well. And with the matter of the fact that currently we're seeing huge amounts of new liquidity entering the market, this is most likely going to be happening sooner than expected. We can see that the USDT market cap is already hitting new all-time highs, and as more liquidity is entering the market, prices can also rise. So liquidity is very important for the market, and as it is currently rising, it is a very good thing for the market. So you can see also on the daily time frame where we broke above this very important box of resistance, and currently if you're just looking plainly at the 4 hourly time frame, you can just currently clearly see that we're starting to be breaking towards a new high here, which is also confirming the bullish structure currently like we have been seeing and like we have been discussing for the last weeks here, that this consolidation was a bullish consolidation and not a bearish one. And I mean, we have been talking about that in many videos before, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we were exactly right about that as well. So yeah, on the spot Bitcoin ETF, we of course do not have any flows there, but we are close towards new all-time highs on that spot Bitcoin ETF here. So still, we're seeing great inflows here on the BlackRock ETF, which is currently already bought over 20 billion US dollars worth of Bitcoin. Still, the market is in extreme fear, and at the same time, it is still heavily getting shorted, not only Bitcoin, but many altcoins as well. And like I said in many videos before, always once the funding rates are negative, especially in a run towards the upside, especially in a bull market, it is actually a very good opportunity. So I will remain to be saying the same. The funding rates remain to be negative, especially on Binance, which is very important. So it is a very good thing for the market. Also, looking at the clear liquidation heat map on the market right now, we can see that more than approximately $15 billion worth of Bitcoin short liquidations are piling up between 70 to 73,000 dollars. So yeah, there's a lot of liquidity laying above us, which I ultimately think is going to get grabbed. And just looking at my trading perspective, guys, I am looking at this range where we're currently sitting in. And if Bitcoin is going to be doing something interesting where I see an opportunity for trade coming out here, you will be, of course, the first one to know. And if you already want to be opening up your trade yourself, guys, there's currently a very big opportunity where you can claim a free $500 airdrop position. How you can do it is go to the highest link in the description of today's video, press on it, then you will come to this page where you can claim a free $500 airdrop position on Bybit, the best trading exchange out there. So if you're interested in that, don't forget to check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, I want to be diving a little bit deeper in towards the charts, and of course, I discussed this already on yesterday's video, so this I will not go in any depth of. But yeah, just like I said, many people said Bitcoin is creating a topping structure just like 2021. But currently what Bitcoin is doing is creating a consolidation phase and not a topping structure. I mean, if you can't see the difference between these two structures, you're clearly blind. And this is also an indication that Bitcoin is most likely going to be going much, much higher from off this point onwards. And I do really believe that it's going to be playing out. The consolidation phase is looking beautifully. And whenever we do break the downtrend, that is the point where the big breakout is going to get started. And if we're going to be looking at the 4-year cycle on Bitcoin, everything is still right on track here. I mean, look at this. We're still in a zone where you have a massive opportunity, like you can see on the left side of the screen, guys. We're still heavily undervalued compared to the previous cycles. So this still brings the massive amount of opportunity with it. And if we're looking at the time horizon, it's going to be taking like another maximum 50 days before this bull market is really going to get started, if history is an indication. So yeah, I really believe in the 4-year cycle until it's proven otherwise. And currently we are at the beginning stage of that next big rally towards the upside. And since Bitcoin is also creating a massive cup and handle pattern, we could even get crazier price targets above $100,000, what many people have not been expecting. And with the fact of the matter that global liquidity is once again increasing, we're starting to see that the Federal Reserve is starting to going to cut rates again here. They're injecting liquidity in towards the market in Europe, and in the US they're also starting to do it as well. This is a great thing for Bitcoin, because as more liquidity enters the market, the higher the prices of Bitcoin goes here. And if you're actually going to get a chart, Bitcoin compared to the M2 stock supply, and that is basically a chart, the Bitcoin chart divided by the money supply here. And if you're looking at this chart on the monthly time frame, it really looks like the Bitcoin chart, right? But what is the most important take from of this chart is that actually Bitcoin is trading at around an all-time high compared to the money supply. So that basically means that the interest on Bitcoin is heavily growing, because as this chart is going to decrease, and if Bitcoin still goes up in time, it means that of course the money supply is still increasing, and that's the reason why Bitcoin goes up here. But Bitcoin is outpacing the money supply, showing and indicating there's a lot of interest still in Bitcoin. And also, if the money supply is right now going to be increasing, Bitcoin is going to be even heavily increasing compared to the money supply. So this is a great chart to be looking at. And honestly, this just shows you how much interest there is in Bitcoin, especially with the spot Bitcoin ETF, guys. The largest banks out of the US are buying, so why shouldn't you be? So yeah, this was it for me in today's update video. If you did learn something from it, don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Anyways, I really enjoyed it. And yeah, don't forget to slap the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.